ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NoteExpo 2020. Now here's your host, Bob Repass.
Welcome to NoteExpo 2020. I'm Bob Repass, and I'm here live in Dallas, Texas. For the past 6 years, I've been on this stage live and in person with the audience out there. I'm still here in Dallas, Texas, but as you can tell, I am virtual this year. 2020 has been an amazing year, both good and bad all across the country. But we are still here with NoteExpo 2020, bringing you great content and great connections throughout the note industry. So sit down, buckle up, and get ready for NoteExpo 2020. So before we get started, I want you to let everybody know that you are one of the folks attending NoteExpo 2020. Share it on social media, hashtag NoteExpo. Like us on Facebook, check in on Facebook, facebook.com/NoteExpo. Use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, post everything, share your experience. Let your friends know that you are attending NoteExpo 2020. While you are here, although we are virtual, we are still excited about having our Capital Marketplace exhibit hall. Year in and year out, that is the hub of activity at NoteExpo. And this year will be a little bit different, but it'll be just as impactful, and you'll be able to engage just as much as normal. During our scheduled morning, afternoon, and lunch breaks, you will be able to interact with our sponsors and our exhibitors. You will be able to attend their virtual exhibit booths. You'll be able to chat live with them and their staffs. You'll be able to download their materials and set appointments to talk to them during the event and post-event. So make sure that you are attending the Capital Marketplace during the breaks. Also, you'll be able to interact with other attendees through our community on our website. So be sure to connect with folks so that you can follow up with them after the event and see how you may be able to do joint business together moving forward into 2021. Don't worry, we still have one of the highlights of NoteExpo, our Friday night cocktail reception. We will have a virtual social gathering this evening, and so be ready to participate and enjoy and interact and more importantly, engage with each other during this laid-back atmosphere that we have planned for you. So we hope to see you tonight at the virtual happy hour. Now, why do you go to conferences? Sometimes I bet you ask yourself, did I get anything out of that conference? Well, I want to go over 4 tips that I have for you for NoteExpo 2020 on how you can get the most out of this event, not only during the next 2 days where we have jam-packed information for you, but going forward, what you can take with you. What nugget can you find that will help you? What idea, what relationships, what strategies will you have that you can apply next year as you move your note business to the next level? First of all, I think it is important that you listen. Listen to all the great industry experts we have over the next couple of days. This year, we've tweaked the lineup slightly. We have several note talks, we have several general sessions, and we have a lineup of one-on-one conversations with various industry leaders, different segments of the business that you'll be able to sit down, watch as we sit down with them and interview them and get their perspective on what challenges and opportunities they have positioned themselves for as we go into 2021. Next, it is important to engage. As I mentioned a minute ago, the Capital Marketplace is an ideal place to engage, not only with fellow attendees, but with the speakers, sponsors, and exhibitors. So engage, take part, just as you would if you were live and in person, walking around the trade show. Make sure that you reach out to folks and engage in those conversations. Then post-event, it is very important that you apply the nuggets that you have written down. Applying what you have gotten from this conference and using it in your business as we enter 2021 will allow you to produce the results you need to be successful. And as you can see, if you listen, engage, apply, and produce, that will allow you to leap into 2021. So I hope you are ready. Let's buckle up and let's get ready for NoteExpo 2020. So let's get started. I'm going to kick us off with my note talk. This time of year, we hear a lot of the year categories. We have the song of the year, the movie of the year, the rookie of the year. I'm always interested in what folks determine that the word of the year is going to be. Now, a lot of folks probably think the word of the year this year is obviously COVID or coronavirus, but I feel like note investors and entrepreneurs, the word of the year to survive 2020 and to be ready for 2021 is the word pivot. Pivot is my 2020 word of the year. Pivot refers to making a significant business change that gives you the ability to assess the situation, what options you have, what options you may not have, and then pivot and be ready to take advantage of the next opportunity. So I want to take just a few minutes to kind of drill down on that, and I want to give you 5 keys to how you can pivot your business heading into 2021. First, be prepared. Preparation is knowing where the market is headed, not where it has been. Yes, it is important that we learn from the past, but doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is not being prepared to pivot your business as you move into the new year. You cannot operate in the past. You have to be prepared. You have to stay prepared. Preparation is key. You have to have your team prepared for what opportunities are coming. You must be prepared, but you must not be scared. You must be ready and willing to adjust as needed. And that brings me to my second point, and that is initiative. Being prepared is not enough. Yes, you must be prepared and you must have an idea of what you want to do. But if you just have an idea and you don't act upon it, you will stay stagnant in your business. You must take the initiative. Now, initiative is one of my 4 core principles. I like to have people I surround myself with to have initiative, whether it's my coworkers, whether it's the people I do business with. I want them to be go-getters. I want them to take the initiative, to be proactive, and to move upon the plans they have prepared. So, do you have the initiative or are you sitting on the fence? Now that you've prepared and you have the initiative, you have to keep in mind what your vision is. Now, I'm talking about pivoting, and pivoting is changing. The one thing in this strategy is vision must not change. Your vision must stay consistent. Your vision is your why. It is your core values. It is what your company's mission is. That needs to stay consistent. As we stay prepared for what the future holds, as we take the initiative to act upon it, and as we look for new opportunities, we must stay focused on your vision. That must be the filter that you run all your decisions through as you move forward. Now, as I mentioned, there are going to be opportunities that you must be ready to pivot towards. Now, I know most of you in the audience as entrepreneurs have no trouble seeing opportunities. As a matter of fact, I am positive we have a lot of squirrel chasers out there, right? A lot of shiny objects that you're running after. Very difficult for some of you to say no to the opportunities that come through. All of a sudden, then your bandwidth gets smaller and smaller. You have so many balls juggling up in the air that you think you're multitasking, but you're not getting anything accomplished. If you are going to pivot, you have to narrow down and laser focus in on what opportunities best fit you and your vision. What fits your risk tolerance? What strategies do you want to implement in order to best maximize your returns on opportunities? It may be one new opportunity. Whether that all of a sudden is, I'm going to switch and start looking at some non-performing loans that are hitting the market now. Maybe I'm going to look at doing some seller financing on some creative financing on terms. Maybe you're just going to build up your passive income portfolio. All you want is steady income during these chaotic times. Whatever opportunity it is, you need to stay focused on it. Don't chase 5, 6, 7 opportunities. Stay laser focused on the core opportunities that are going to fit your vision and your mission of your company. And then finally, trust. Trust is perhaps the most important part of this. You have to trust yourself and you have to trust the process. You spent time building up your investment philosophies. You know what your buying parameters are. You know what your risk tolerance is. You must stay true to those. You must trust yourself in that. Just because you see an opportunity If it's not a fit for you and you don't trust yourself in following that opportunity, don't do it. Stick to your core principles. Most entrepreneurs that I know who decide to pivot, they admit that they wish they had pivoted sooner. So let's go back over those in summary here. Let's look at the 5 key drivers that are key to sustaining your business in these and other changing markets. First, you must be prepared. You and your team, and sometimes your team consists of outside vendors that you have, folks that you engage with, folks you meet in the capital marketplace, service providers that you rely on to be your boots on the ground across the country. The one thing about the note business is you can do it from anywhere. You can buy assets that are not in your backyard. You build a network of contacts throughout the country to help you manage your assets and to maximize your returns. So be prepared. Secondly, take initiative. Get off the fence. Don't have the paralysis of analysis of being prepared but not acting upon it. Initiative is key. Do something. Be ready to act. You didn't come to NoteExpo 2020 just to hear more people speak about what's going on in the market and not put that to use. Take the initiative. Take action. Third, keep in mind your vision must stay consistent. You didn't start in the note business just to start jumping around from one idea to the next. You are here whether it's to build up a passive income portfolio, whether it's to raise capital from private investors, whether it's to maximize returns on non-performing and REO properties. You have a vision, you have a risk tolerance, you know what you want to do in your business. Filter all your decisions through that. Because this year, heading into 2021 and throughout the coming year, there are going to be opportunities for you. Figure out which opportunities are right for you. Use your filter of your vision, focus on the opportunities, narrow it down to one or two, and then go full blast. Take the initiative to pursue those opportunities. If you run into difficulty, remember, trust yourself. Trust the process you have put in place. Trust your counterparties that you have connected with. You must not second guess yourself. If you stick to your vision, you chase only the opportunities that matches with your core values, trust yourself and move forward. Surround yourself by people that you can bounce ideas off of, that you can rely on, that you can engage with, and that you can grow with. So, as we wrap up, keep in mind, the ability to pivot is powerful, but stay true to your mission and stay true to your why. Now, I have a couple questions for you before we wrap up. Have you had to pivot in 2020? I would venture to guess that most of you would say yes, even if you didn't realize it before I brought it up. This year has been extremely chaotic. For the past 8 or 9 months, things have changed probably on a daily basis, sometimes on an hourly basis, it seems like. And you've had to tweak and change where you were and what direction you were going to take your business. Some of you may have dialed way back and be super conservative. Some of you may have gotten anxious and wanted to take advantage of any opportunity that came along. You need to stay focused. Secondly, and probably more importantly, are you prepared to pivot again in 2021? It's extremely important that you are prepared because opportunities are coming in 2021 for you to pivot and take advantage of. So keep in mind, a pivot is a change in strategy without a change in your vision. Now, I hope you enjoy NoteExpo 2020. Have a great day. Thank you.